Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Hey, stop right now. Knock it off, right? Let me tell you something. Edgar Berlanga. I like Edgar Berlanga. I'm being honest with you. But he is not no damn Miguel Cotto. He is not no damn Felix Tito Trinidad. Will y'all stop with this nonsense? He has a lot of work to do for us to even put him in those conversations. So let's not take it to the stupid. Now, Edgar Berlanga, he got a fight coming up on the 24th, right? He has 21 wins, 16 by KO. Hasn't lost yet. But he's been being beamed and has looked pretty bad in some of his fights, although he's managed to find a way to win. 76% KO ratio, stands about 6'1". His reach is 73 inches. Put it to you this way, Crawford's 5'8", his reach is 74 inches. Crazy, right? Crawford like dolls him from Street Fighter. But when you look at Berlanga, the 26-year-old, and you look at what he has coming up next as he gets ready to fight Padraig McCrory, as they get ready to fight in Orlando, Florida. We got to sit here and ask ourselves, really, you know what I'm saying? How confident is Berlanga? Because if you listen to him, he's going to tell you that he's unstoppable at his best, that he can take on Canelo right now, that, you know, he's a superstar, he's a this, he's a that. He isn't convincing me at all. My man's projecting. He's trying to convince himself that he's the real deal. Let me tell you something, right? This is what you don't like to see happen to fighters. When, I'm not going to say he was being fed opponents, but when you go, I think it was his first 16 fights, all 16 by KO, you could almost get this false sense of belief that this is how your whole career is going to go. And during those periods of time, he was self-esteem through the sky, confidence through the sky. But when shit went left, all that seemed to unravel. And then your promoter loses faith in your top rank. You don't understand because your vision and your plan for yourself isn't the same as theirs anymore, and they don't want to put you in with high-risk opponents, and they want to cut your pay. That causes you to become a bit insecure. And that's what we're dealing with the Puerto Rican or New York-Rican. But nonetheless, he believes he's ready, you know, to show people what Edgar Berlanga is all about. And this guy, Padraig McCrory, look, I don't really know much about him, but I know that he's going to be in the ring with Edgar Berlanga. He's an Irish fighter. Berlanga had fought an Irish fighter in Quigley, where it was I would say it was a competitive fight, but Berlanga did what he was supposed to do, man. You know, it was competitive, but he dominated, and he ended up flooring Quigley a couple times. So he got the win, but he ended up going inactive for a year, which I just think is unfortunate, man, when you see these guys, you know, end up being inactive for such a long period of time. But he had injuries, he was going through trainers, and just trying to figure out what his next move is going to be. But Eddie Hearn has helped him sort some things out. But I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Y'all better understand what's going on with Berlanga. If you didn't know, all those issues Berlanga had are behind him now. Don't expect Berlanga to get into the ring and to look lackluster, to look tired, to look like he lost his focus. You know why? Because he's got the pharmaceutical genius, strength and conditioning coach Angel Memo Heredia working with him. And let me tell you something. when you get a pharmaceutical genius like Angel Memo Heredia in your corner, you better believe this is his first fight working with him. He's going to be in the best shape of his life. He's going to look like some shit out of a comic book. He's going to look like a superhero. They may have to call him New York man, the Puerto Rican Bing man. Because same thing I said with David Benavidez. You know, David Benavidez always looked like he was eating goddamn potatoes. You know what I'm saying? He hooked up with Memo Heredia, and I called it. I said, David Benavidez is going to look like he's ready for some volleyball, some bright fluorescent colored volleyball shorts to be walking around and chilling on the beach. Because he's going to be so proud of how his body looks when he hooks up with Memo Heredia. Just like Juan Manuel Marquez, his body changed, and he went in that Pacquiao fight. I think he was on the goddamn cocktail, but, you know, that's a whole other conversation. But just like Marquez's body changed, just like Benavidez's body changed, I am telling y'all, Berlanga's body's going to look different. I haven't seen any training photos of him, but I bet you he's ripped. I bet y'all see some shit of him that y'all ain't never seen, just like Fernando Vargas when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. What Fernando Vargas said, you know, no Mexican's supposed to look like this. No Mexican's supposed to have abs. No Mexican's supposed to look like this. And he got in there, and he got the goddamn De La Hoya put the, the East LA Bing Bings on his ass. But De La Hoya did say it. He was shocked at how strong Vargas was. That's why De La Hoya almost went to them goddamn ropes in the first round. But when it comes to Berlanga, I think he's going to be the same thing. This guy here, you know, Pat Drag McCrory, I think he's going to get the goddamn wake-up call. I mean, you know, reality going to hit him when the New Yorican Bean Beans, you know, light him up. Especially when they had the muscle of Angel Memo Heredia and his legal cocktail regimen that is going to be, you know, definitely in full effect, man. So pay attention. I'm telling y'all right now. This man talking about he's mentally ready, physically ready, spiritually ready. I'm going to tell you, for him to go out there now and think he's going to put on these fireworks that he hasn't been able to do in his last 5 fights, it's because he's insecure, and that's why he brought on Angel Memo Heredia. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think he needs to do that. Get a pharmaceutical genius in there, because if he's fighting against guys who don't have, if he's fighting against guys who have a pharmaceutical genius in their corner, he's not on a level playing field. Now, with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford had the pharmaceutical genius Victor Conte. Everyone talking about, oh, Crawford was good. Because I'm the only one who's been talking the cocktail talk. So when you hear these guys talking about someone's on a cocktail, that's because those bitches are on my channel stealing my goddamn lingo. Nobody says the bing bing, the mash up, crash up, the cocktail secret society, take it to the stupid, hold your horses. I've heard a couple people say that shit. Nothing I can really do about it, you know, but I swear to God, if I was to see them, I swear to God, man, I'd punch them in the fucking mouth, because that's corny to me. But anyway, back to our regular scheduled programming. This whole thing about the cocktail, you got to be on a level playing field. And if everyone else is doing it, especially if, let's say Berlanga comes out here, let's say he wasn't working with Heredia, but somehow he gets in a fight with this guy, McCrory, tranquilizes him. And they try to put him in there with Pacheco, right? Because Pacheco and him, that's an easy fight to make because they're both natural. I do believe Pacheco's working with Heredia too. Berlanga wouldn't stand a chance because he just can't shift into the gear that a guy like, that a boxer can shift into when they have the pharmaceutical genius behind them, right? That's a fact what I'm telling you, okay? But nonetheless, that's what he wants. He said he sacrificed a lot, changed his environment, you know, locking himself, man, in the gym, working on his craft, refocusing, small details, bringing the best out of himself. And he's saying, look, I'm in Tampa and ready to get busy, man. So we're going to see if he is one of the best 168-pound fighters in the world, and if he can go on to become the best. But he knows his name is buzzing, because right now, at the 168-pound division, ain't no Puerto Ricans out there getting busy. Ain't no New Yorkers out there putting no bing bings on nobody. It's really just him. And there's a few Mexicans up there getting busy. Pacheco, Munguia, Benavidez, Canelo. He's the shit, man. This man out here, he's the road warrior. You know, like Glenn Johnson, the Jamaican. He's the road warrior at 168. So hopefully the Puerto Rican can get busy and get in there and, make some of those Puerto Rico versus Mexico rivalries, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, does he beat Pacheco? Does he beat Munguia? Does he beat Canelo? Does he beat Benavidez? I don't know. But I tell you what, if he got this, depends on how he's looking with Heredia in his corner, he may have a chance. But nonetheless, hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see just how good he's looking, right? Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.